What is going on, guys? Welcome to next week's gold forecast. Super excited to dive into this one. But before we do, if you could please like the video and subscribe to the channel, it helps a lot. So saying that, let's jump down onto the monthly time frame on gold. So what's the first thing we can see? Bullish impulse leg here, and then all of this inside this impulse leg is a complex pullback, and this is on the monthly time frame. But we can see on the monthly time frame we are bullish. And then if we go down to where price currently is, let's mark our candlestick range out here. And sadly, price is still in exactly the same place that it was last week. So there's no real indication on the monthly time frame of where price could potentially be going, because you see we've got this monthly range and price is sitting in the middle. So it could go either direction. So we're going to need to go down to the lower time frames and start opening price up a bit and see what is going on. So we've got impulse, retracement, impulse, retracement. Then we're currently sitting in this impulse here. Now, price, if you look last week, where price opened, she literally almost closed in the same place. That's why the candlestick this week looks the same as last week. But if you look last week, it's interesting because we're expecting a continuation here, pullback and continuation here. And if you look at the candles here, we've taken the liquidity off the previous week here, the previous week before that, and the liquidity of this week's candle as well. And you can see the rejection here. And we've also closed bullish. So we could be looking at a reversal pattern here. And it all depends on how this weekly candlestick opens. So if we mark out this current weekly high and low here, what do we want to see going into next week? I mean, if we pull back first, I'm going to be looking for buyers somewhere in here for us then to take out these highs. Or if we open up bullish at the beginning of the week and take out this liquidity here from the previous week, which is currently this week's candle, but tomorrow it'll be the previous week, then we could be looking for price to sell off somewhere in here, of which then we will look for the continuations. So it all depends what happens at the beginning of the week, which way price decides to go and what price decides to do, which will dictate direction. So we've got our weekly range lined up right here. If we go down to the daily time frame, what can we see? So daily time frame, what are we again? Impulse, retracement, pulse, retracement here. Price is a little bit choppy. We are still inside this daily bullish impulse leg right here. So we are bullish on the daily, we are bullish on the weekly, and we are bullish on the monthly time frame. That is, let me just mark out the structure points here. So the daily high is matching up with the weekly high right here on the daily candle. You see the daily range there. This is the weekly low. So again, it all depends how price opens at the beginning of the week. So this daily candle here, look, we've got no wick on the bottom of this daily candle either. And a lot of the time you find if a candle opens with no wick on the top or the bottom, the following candle will then take the liquidity from the high or the low, or wherever, from the high or the low, whichever side it is that doesn't have the wick. So this could be a potential target for next week as well. So looking at this, again, going from what we said on the weekly, if we open up bullish at the beginning of the week and we take out this liquidity from the previous daily candle and previous week, close back in here, we could be looking at a retracement somewhere down in here, of which then we will look for buys back to these highs and anticipate continuations. If we open up bullish and we break and retest above this high here, I will then be looking also for continuations here and here. Now, if we open up bearish, I'm going to expect the same thing as what is going on right here, just without the fake of the high. If we open up bearish, I'm going to expect price to come down somewhere in here, give us that break and give us that failed high or lower time for break and retest, lower time for confirmation, and then we will look to take price back to this high. But one I'm going to favor more than the other is if, let me just clear these off here. If we look at this weekly candle, if we don't take the liquidity first from the previous week and we pull back first, we're also creating a reversal pattern here on the weekly candle. Look, you know, if we pull back first without taking out liquidity, we've got a higher chance of price just pumping through that high with intent and taking out that liquidity. So I'd prefer to see at the beginning of the week, if we could see price pull back into here, leave that liquidity intact, and then confirmation, and then we're going to shoot for that liquidity right there. That's my ideal move. But as I said, there's 3 different possibilities here. Break and retest, up, fake the high, down, or pull back, into here, and we're going to look for confirmation and buys. Or there's a 4th, sorry, we could just sell off and continue down, somewhere in here, because we do have this demand zone here. This is liquidity here, but with the bombings, how gold was moving last week, I highly doubt that gold's going to sell off down here just yet. Anyway, but if it does, then it does, and we look to take buys, from down here. Okay, 4 hour. What have we got here? We've got our daily range marked out. We've got our weekly range marked out. We know what we're expecting. So are we bullish or bearish on the 4 hour? Now, it's a little bit ugly because of the wicks, but what we normally look at is we've got a low here. There, look. This was the low, and this was broken by the low, and that high came from here. So if we mark up this high up here, so this is the 4 hour high that created this new low that closed below that low. So we know we're in this ugly 4 hour bearish range. You see the candle didn't close below that 4 hour low there. So we are technically still bearish until we get above this level here, this previous supply zone. So this is going to be our zone where, if we break above here, like what we're looking for in the higher time frame, break and retest, that's going to break the structure. We're going to look to take price up. If we fake this level here, close below, then we're going to look to take price down, into one of these imbalances here. We've got one here, this level, and we've got one down towards the 4 hour low here. And these are the same zones that I'm going to look to target that we're speaking about on the daily time frame. If price pulls back first, if we pull back first into here, I'll look to take buys up, and I would prefer that. Remember, if we leave that weekly and daily high liquidity intact, price is going to shoot for that. So we know we've got a high probability. If price comes into here, gives us confirmation, she's going to shoot for that high. Or if this level fails and we don't get confirmation, we wait for this level, higher probable level, and then we shoot for that high, and we get an even better risk to reward. So this is all I'm waiting for going into next week. So if we go on to the 1 hour, let's see price actions a bit clearer. So that's the 4 hour high and low there. And here, we've got this low here on the 1 hour that created this new high right there. And then we've got a 1 hour candle close back below this level. So that's a break of structure. So we are bearish as well on the 1 hour. Now, what I'm looking for, as I say, going into next week, again, I don't really care about what price is doing here. Price could mitigate this imbalance from there, sell off, give us the buy opportunities here, in here. 1 second. We've opened price up a bit now, so the zones have changed a little bit. Look for buyers in here. Very nice zone to aim for this. You've got liquidity down there. We've got the demand zone there. However, opening price up a little bit more, we can see we've got this very nice demand zone with imbalance down here as well, which price will definitely shoot for. So if this level fails, we know with a high probability the price is going to come here, and then this is where we would look for our buys. So I would love that. I would love if we failed to take out this high at the beginning of the week, and then we retrace into here, I'm taking buys, retrace into here. I'll double down on them buys, and we will look to trade all the way up to these highs right there. But as I say, we do break the high here at the beginning of the week, then I'll look for the break and retest, or I'll look for the fake of the high, and for a price to sell off, and then for this to happen that we've just been over here, either come down into this zone, buy up, or come down into this lower zone and buy up. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And one other thing I want to take you through is the Discord. Now, guys, we've got 2 parts to this Discord. We've got the manual and we've got the automated side. I'm live every single day, guys, apart from the weekends, of course. But I highly recommend, if you are not in the Discord, to go to the website blackswanfx.com, click on the button to join the free Discord, and come check out some of the results right here. Remember, the prices are rising. Prices are rising here at the end of next week. So if you get in now, you're going to get in on a good discount. Remember, I'm live every day, so I help you with the setup. You've got the A to Z setup process anywhere. You've got the secret blueprint, guys, which is responsible for all those results. You follow that, you're going to give yourself 100x chance of getting funded before you even touch you know, one of the EAs or set files. It's very systematic, guys. It's such an awesome place to be. And I say lots of people in here as well. Any questions, drop them in the comments, shoot me a message on Instagram, or message the live chat on the website. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, and bosh.